Hey yo, it's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh, and today's episode is about the top 20 underrated hip hop diss songs of all time. But before we get into that, people, don't forget to subscribe. So coming in at number 20 is Snoop Dogg Pimp Slapped. This was a diss song directed straight at Suge Knight, and he mentioned a few people like Corrupt. But here's the notable bars from Pimp Slapped. A lot should have said it, but F him. But I'ma say it for him, stop it, pop it, rewind it, and play it for him. This nigga a bit like his wife. Suge Knight's up, and that's on my life. And I'ma let the whole world see, cause you effed up the industry and that's on me. Woo! Back then people were not dissing Suge Knight, I'll tell you that for free. So when he said all that about calling his wife that, and calling him that, yo, for me, that was crazy. Coming in 19 is Eminem, 50 Cent, and Busta Rhymes with the Hail Mary remix. A diss song directed at Ja Rule. As a diss song, it wasn't that amazing, but it was so shocking when you hear Busta Rhymes come on the song, because Busta wasn't really one for beefing. Back then anyway. He was always chilled and positive. But this is the part that I felt was real notable, the chorus. When Eminem sang, "Come get me, if you want Shady. If Pac was still here now, he would never ride a Ja. Na 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 na." Coming in number 18 is G-Unit. And that was off their mixtape, and the song was called I'm Leaving. Now this again wasn't really a proper diss song, but 50 at the end, boy, he went in. It wasn't even the rapping, it was the talking, and it was directed at Fat Joe. When 50 says this, "Everybody come to talk to me when they need to take a meeting. Why you can't find me, huh? Hard to find a nigga that you know got a gun, right? Hard to find that you know ride around in a bulletproof. Hard to find, huh? Well, now you got my undivided individual attention. I'm on your ass now." Woo. If you ain't heard it, go back and listen to that. 50 goes in. He sounded real passionate about it. But we all know 50 and Fat Joe's beef was kind of serious. Luckily, there was no casualties though. Coming in number 17 is Joe Budden, Pain in His Life. And this was directed at Saigon. But no notable bars was this. "I'm the bomb with the pen. I'm more like a bomb with no pin. How's the F is Saigon gonna win? Here loss of interest, talking about my son is senseless. So I make sure the dude can't see, smell or hear. Can't touch, can't taste, now we defenseless. There ain't a bullet in this world that you can bench press." Woo! You know Joey come with the bars. Cause we all know Saigon likes to go weightlifting, or back then he was. And the rhyme scheme was pretty on point there. Coming in number 16 is Drizzy Drake with "I'm Charged Up." This was the first slap that he gave Meek Mill, and I think it's underrated. I like this one as well. It was a good little warm up to what was to come from Drake. But check these bars out. "No woman ever had me starstruck, or was able to tell me get my bars up. I'm charged up. All we eating ain't about to starve us. Nah, ain't about to starve us. I'm charged up." Woo! Yo, no woman ever had me starstruck. Obviously talking about Nicki Minaj. And tell me to get my bars up. Those bars are mean, I ain't gonna lie. Coming in at number 15 is Lloyd Banks with Officer Down. This is obviously at Officer Rick Ross. 50 and Rick Ross were in a big beef in about 2008, 2009, and Lloyd Banks aided the G-Unit lieutenant with this vicious diss. One of the most underrated rap disses you'll come across. It was scathing. Some of the most notable bars was "High and hazy, shady, grimy, slimy in every way. 30 cities, 30 shooters, we're like the NBA. Blades when you want me to stop, tough plot. Big Macs for everyone you can eat. Pound for every pound you got." Damn. Banks wasn't holding back. Talking about Ricky Ross's weight. That's a low blow, Banks. I like this one. It was vicious. Go check this out, people. Coming in at number 14 is Saigon, when he was dissing Joe Budden, and the song was called Pushing Buttons. I like this a lot. I like this a hell of a lot. I think it's very, very underrated. Potentially could have been higher on the list. If you know it, then you know it's good. And people, even Joe Budden was saying that he didn't believe Saigon wrote this. Some of the most notable bars on this one was this. I got 10 just joints, super exclusives. Nobody will be in the mood for your music. How was he lyrical? This coward is pitiful. Talking about he doing it big on Amalgam Digital. This N is fronting. Listen to my voice. He was dropped. He is not independent by choice. Damn. Because obviously everyone knows Joe Budden was on Def Jam. He was kind of seen as a one-hit wonder in a time where everybody was selling multi-platinum albums. His album kind of went gold. And he had the biggest song of the summer. Arguably the biggest song of the year. Well, not the year, because that's the same year In the Club came out. But you know what I'm saying. But I like that bit where he goes, nobody will be in the mood for your music. Because Joe Budden had he had a series of mood music. I lost track on how many mood music mixtapes he did. But on to the next one, people. Coming up next, number 13, which is Common, The Bitch in You. That was directed at Ice Cube and Mac 10. So basically this started on when Common did a song called I Used to Love Her. And it was a metaphor for hip hop. He was saying how he used to love hip hop. And when he stopped loving hip hop, he kind of made it sound like he stopped loving it when it hit the West Coast, when the West Coast had it. Ice Cube and them felt offended because obviously they're from the West Coast. And that's how this beef started. But this is one of the bars that I thought were quite decent from the Chicago MC, Common. It'll take the nation of millions to hold me back from giving you mouth shots or hit with the pipe that Ralph got. Chris Tucker ain't around, it's your Friday. It was good. I wasn't salty she was with the boys in the hood. Coming in number 12 is The Rule, baby. Ja Rule with the song Loose Change. And you can imagine it's directed at 50 Cent. But it was actually directed at a lot of them. Dr. Dre got it. The whole Aftermath, Shady, D12, Jimmy Iovine, even Truth Hurts got it. Ja Rule kind of felt like he was Tupac at this stage, just shooting at everybody. This song brought out one of the baddest diss lines in this whole 50 and Ja Rule beef. One of the most memorable diss lines in my whole time. Listen to hip hop, I'll give it that kind of praise. You let me know in the comments if you agree. The bars go like this. You say your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known what? So what's Haley gonna be when she grows up? Woo! Listen, yeah. If you telling me that these ain't serious bars, then you don't know hip hop. Cause ain't nobody was dissing Eminem like that back then. And he just killed him. He's like, literally Eminem says his mother's on drugs. And this is his girlfriend saying she's for the streets. So then he says, yo, the other female in your life, your daughter, what's she gonna be? Cause that's her genetic makeup. Yo, vicious. Coming in at number 11 is Shine Poe, former Bad Boy artist Shine with For the Record. This was directed at a popular guy on this list, 50 Cent again. Why I like this one, it wasn't like the most lyrical diss song, but when have you ever heard a diss song recorded from a guy in prison at the time, and he was shooting at the biggest rapper at the time? And I ain't gonna lie, it was a decent diss song. This is before Shine forgot how to rap. When he came out of jail, he didn't know how to rap. But this was actually quite a decent one. But, you know, I like this part of the song. It wasn't the most lyrical, but I kind of liked it. It goes like this. I was minding my own. Word got back. People talking about Poe. I was like, oh, God must be ready for this to go. You telling me that ain't hard? You telling me that ain't some hard bars right there? I was like, oh, God must be ready for this guy to go. Woo. Yo, that was tough. Coming in number 10 is Common with the Stay Scheming remix aimed at Drizzy Drake. A lot of people feel like Drake won this one, but I felt like Common did. Maybe it was because I'm a Common fan, but I think bar for bar, Common's lines were better than Drake's. But here's some of the most notable bars from Common's Can't Say My Name but rap about a wife. You so black and white trying to live a life. I'm taking too long with this amateur guy. You ain't nobody. You Canada dry. So obviously Drake was mentioning Kobe's wife, but couldn't mention Common when he was responding to Common in little slick lines. But yeah, I like this one, but you know, like I said, people felt like Drake won it. Coming in number 9 is Jigga Man Jay-Z with Dig a Hole off his Kingdom Come album, and this was aimed at Killer Cam, Dame Dash. Felt a few blows in this one. Dipset, I ain't gonna lie, this is one of those underrated diss songs that I think a lot of people just did not speak about. This is before social media and all that. In true Hove style, it was all subliminals, but it was very obvious he was talking about them. Most notable bars on this one is, think I'm in the office, I'm off my grind. That's how kids become orphans. You lost your mind? Keep my enemies close, you give them enough rope. They put themselves in the air, I just kick away the chair. Yeah, buddy. The yeah, buddy was me, by the way. All verses on this song were really good. Definitely, if you just like the art of rap and the way he just dissected all of them on Dipset, and even Dame, the way he mentioned Dame, go check this song out, people. Coming in number 8 is Curtis. Well, it's Killer Cam and the song was Curtis, and that was obviously aimed at 50 Cent, the classic 2007 diss song. This was arguably not gonna make it on this list in terms of underrated diss songs because it was pretty high profile, this song, but I don't think anyone really mentions this song as one of the great hip-hop diss songs, which I don't think it's in the elite level, but it's still a big one that people don't chat about, and that's why it made this list. Because 50 came out with a strong, hard song going at Cam, and then Cam came in a comedic level. Here's the most notable bars on this one for me. Yep, so have a seat. This gonna be a masterpiece. I have to be. If you look like a gorilla with rabbit teeth. Curtis, Bugs Monkey, act hard with a crack guard. That Mac Broads, that video ain't Queens. It's your backyard. What? That was sick. Yeah, 50's video was hard, but it was just in his house. Whereas Cam was like surfing on a vehicle in Harlem, the streets, with the people. Nah, Cam actually killed 50 on this. Coming in number 7, underrated this song, I must say. This is DMX. They Want War. Woo! This is nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about X in terms of his diss song in general. But this one was at Ja Rule. If you don't know, Ja Rule came out after DMX, and obviously Ja Rule got a lot of fame, and people kind of say X felt a lot of jealousy towards Ja, but I think also people were saying Ja stole DMX's sound because he had a similar kind of gravelly voice. But anyway, yeah, X comes at Ja hard on this one. It's a short diss song, but it's very potent. Here's some of the most notable bars, people. Use a hype man. I started you, dude. You got itches part of your crew that's harder than you. Let me tell you what in jail say across the table, that you are the cutest on your label. Woo! Yo, I love how he rides on this beat, man. You know, if you ain't heard this before, go check it out. You'll respect X even more than you should do. Coming in next at number 6 is Jadakiss and Styles P with Shots Fired. This song in the heat of the whole Locks versus G Unit, or it really was Jadakiss versus 50, but this was an onslaught, man. Them Locks boys were coming out with song after song, dissing 50, dissing G Unit. But this one, for me, the top of the list, Shots Fired. With Jadakiss and Styles going back and forth in their unique style that they always do. And it was just a hard song, man. Like, I couldn't even say it was like a vicious line for line, bar for bar type of strong record. But the way but just the instrumental was tough. You know what I mean? It just gave that energy of like absolute murder. But here's the bars I liked on this. Heard you did a shock bid in Lakeview. If my man woulda knew, then he woulda ate you. How about he was in the bunk right next to you, and I coulda made him put an LOX on you. All you together ain't got enough bars for us. Heard a bunch of from y'all, none of it was hard to us. Kill his if there's no cops and not wired. Can't come back to New York, shots fired. Damn. What I gotta say is damn. Just hearing them bars right there should make you go and check the song if you don't know it. Because them bars were hard, man. Just check out what I just said, man. They don't make bars like this anymore, man. This new generation. No hating, but yo, need to go back to bars like that. Coming in number 5 is Cannabis with Second Round Knockout, which was a diss towards the legendary LL Cool J. Is hard as hell. Yeah, boy. The story behind this was a weird one because they did the song 4321 with Redman, Method Man. I think DMX was on the song as well. And Cannabis mentioned LL Cool J's legendary Mike tattoo on his arm. And LL Cool J didn't like it. So he had like a diss song for Cannabis. He told Cannabis to change his verse. But LL Cool J didn't change his verse. So everybody kind of found out that that verse was for Cannabis and was like really putting pressure on Cannabis to respond to LL. And that's what brought out the Second Round Knockout record. And he actually murked LL Cool J, man. Like, the record books kind of say that LL won, but that's just because LL was LL. He got the popularity thing to him. But bar for bar, yo, Cannabis actually murked him. Here's some of the notable bars for me. This was the climax of the song. He goes, now watch me rip that tap from your arm, kick you in the groin, stick you for your Vanguard award, in front of your mom, your first, second and third born, make your wife get on the horn, call Minister Farrakhan. Damn! What? Listen. I hope my real hip-hop heads are here, you know, because Cannabis was one of them guys that should have been a lot bigger than he ended up being. But nobody can mess with him. Like, yo, the late 90s, man, people were just chatting about Cannabis. Coming in number 4 is Nasty Nas with the Stillmatic freestyle. Jeez Louise, people forgot about this. Fam. This was the initial response to Jay-Z's Takeover that he did on Summer Jam. And people kind of felt that was like given to DJ K Slay. That was just fed to the streets. Everybody was loving it, but it just didn't hit that high, the mainstream straight away. It had like devastating lines on here. And it was kind of aimed at the whole Rockefeller staff, you know, not just Jay-Z. Check it out. Rip the freeway, shoot through Memphis with money bags. Stop in Philly, order cheesecake, and eat beans fast. And bring it back up top. Remove the fake King of New York. You show off, count dough when you sample my voice. You know, subtle bars, but effective bars. Rip through the whole Rockefeller staff just right there. And you know, the rest of the songs got more at them. So go check that out. Crazy song. Nobody really chats about it. They talk about Ether, they talk about Takeover, but this freestyle definitely packed a punch. Alright, get down to the last 3 now. Number 3 is Mace with The Oracle. This was directed at Killer Cam. This is one of the most recent of all the diss songs on the list. This was unbelievable. Listen, cause Mace kind of disappeared to the church, people forget how good he was lyrically, man. This guy is Harlem's best ever rapper, one of the greats in hip-hop history, on the low. But The Oracle, man, he just tore Killer Cam down. And I'm a big Killer fan, but he tore him down, man. He exposed a lot of stuff. He lied a lot of stuff as well, apparently. But yo, he just went bar for bar, line for line, was just ripping Killer Cam apart. And that's not an easy feat. But I think for me, the climax of the song was right at the end, man. And he goes like this. I'm the name on the ribbon on the bird. I'm done rapping with you. You always be you got my effing name tatted on you. Jeez. And in case you're wondering, what Killer Cam's got Mace tatted on his body? Nah, but I think he was referring to the fact that Cam's got Harlem written on his arm, and it's kind of about Mace's group that he had back in the day. It's not literally Mace's name on Cam's arm. Alright, down to the last two people, and the next one is number 2, and that is Royce da 5'9" with Malcolm X. People know, if you know this song, then you know it definitely has to be on this list, because not enough people talk about this song, man. This was going at D12 and Eminem, but mainly D12, but he had a couple bars for M. Yo, there's too many bars for me to even choose one, but I had to choose one because that's the theme of this whole episode. But this is the one of the lines he was going at Bizarre, and he said this: "You can run or hide. I'll be on your porch with a cheeseburger trying to lure you outside." Cause he's in it. Bizarre say G unit. I bet you throw some extra G's in it. Just like a stuttering fool can't reach intelligence. Sweats when he raps cause he got a speech impediment. Damn. Yo, respect the speech impediment mother flippers out there, B. Can't take the mick out of them. But yeah, listen. If there's one song on here that you guys should check out, this is one of them, because he does his whole of D12 up, each individual, bar for bar, line for line, and like I said, he's even got some lines for Eminem. And last but not least, it's number 1, people. If I had a drum roll, I'd do one now. But number 1 on my list of the most underrated rap diss songs of all time, Jay-Z with Blueprint 2, the second verse in particular. But boy, listen, all I'm gonna say about this is, if Nas wanted to go another round and reply to this, he would have opened this up to a whole different ball game, because Jay-Z went for the juggler. This was even better than the Takeover, line for line, bar for bar. But Nas didn't want nothing with this, man, because this was crazy. Like, he mentioned Jungle, he mentioned Nas, he called him fake, attacked his credibility, and plus the flow was just fire. Listen, this song, I've not even heard one person talk about this song like it was a hot diss song. Like, it's not even mentioned as one of the greats because Nas won. But if Nas, only because Nas didn't reply to this in terms of a whole song. But like I said, the whole second verse was crazy, but I had to pick my favorite bars on here, and it was this: "I gave you life when it was forgetting you MC. I'm a legend. You should take a picture with me. You should be happy to be in my presence. I should charge you a fee. I'm Big Dog, Glen Rob. Listen, God, you a flea. And your little homie Jungle is a garden to me." Jeez. Yo, that line about Jungle, if you don't know, that's Nas's little bro. You a flea and your little homie Jungle is a garden to me. Listen, Jay-Z went in on this, man. I really recommend, if you don't know this song, go check it out. For me, let me know if you think this is better than Takeover and Ether. But obviously Ether won it because Nas didn't reply to this. But that is it. That's your list of the top 20 hip-hop rap diss songs of all time, the underrated ones anyway. Let me know in the comments what you think of this list. Who would you put in this list as well, in terms of a diss song that you think is underrated, no one chats about? Alright people, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.